Okay. We now have the NBA standings pretty much established for the first through sixth seeds in both Eastern and Western Conference. So for this video is coming out, I'm going to make one here of the NBA Eastern Conference play-in tournament. Now, as we know, this is a brand new scenario, brand new by Adam Silver and the board of governors. So comes here in the NBA. So we do have the 9th seeded and the 10th seeded teams going at it. So we do have the Charlotte Hornets against the Indiana Pacers. Since the Pacers do have the 9th seed, a better record than the 10th seeded Charlotte Hornets, it looks like the Pacers will have home court. I do not believe this is going to be at a pretty much third-party location. The Pacers will host home court within this quote-unquote play-in game in this quote-unquote off-season. Or the postseason, my bad. But interesting lineup as we do have here with the Charlotte Hornets and the Pacers. The Hornets do have LaMelo Ball, who came back around 2 weeks ago or so. They're a team of momentum. And if I'm looking between a one-game series, pretty much, a game 7 or one game against the Hornets and the Pacers, this could go either way. As we know, the winner of this game will proceed on to the next round to potentially lock themselves into the 8th seed. The loser, pretty simple, they're going to go home, they're out of it. The Pacers have had injuries this season. You brought in Caris LeVert due to that 3-team trade, and then the extra one with the Rockets bringing him back in. So Caris LeVert has been hurt most of the season. Now he is back in the lineup. As I'm looking within the Pacers and the Charlotte Hornets, these are going to be very interesting. And I've already stated with you guys, I never cared for this play-in tournament format. I don't like the direction the NBA is heading with these new, what's the word here? These are pretty much new add-ons. Real quick, with the NBA Awards show, they host the MVP and the awards right after the finals. I don't like that. It ruins the momentum. Same thing with the All-Star game. There's no more East versus West. And then with the draft, you can be like a 13th. You can be a team that's pretty much expected to be number 11 on the pick, but then you can get the number 1 pick, like Zion Williamson and the Pelicans around 2 years ago. But I'm not going to get off track right there. I don't care for this play-in tournament style format. This does now have an opportunity to where if you're a struggling veteran team, like around the 9th or 10th seed, it's very, not easy, but it's more ideal for you to go and win in the play-in tournament to get into the playoffs, which we'll cover more about these teams a little later from now, a la the LA Lakers and so on and so forth. If you're a young team like the Grizzlies, a young team like the Hornets, and if you're pretty much in a position to make the playoffs, but then, well, actually they're not, but, within this play-in tournament, it takes away that momentum, let alone, we're going to see pretty much veteran teams get into the playoffs due to this play-in tournament. But I'm looking at the Hornets and the Pacers. The Pacers are not an ideal, true contender. They're a pretty nice team. They've dealt with injuries. TJ Warren's out for the season. We had the episodes with Caris LeVert, so on and so forth. But if I'm looking at the Hornets and the Pacers, man, this is going to go. Listen, these games can go either way, so not everyone's going to be correct on this, but I think it's going to be a pretty fun game, man. This is going to bring in some more experience due to LaMelo Ball and these young players out there. If I'm going to have to look for a winner of this game, I'm actually going to have to go ahead. First thing we're going to cover is going to be the injuries for this game here on Tuesday. So number 1 with the Charlotte Hornets, Gordon Hayward with his foot is not expected to be available for the play-in tournament. And with Cody Martin, his status as of right now is out. He was ruled out for Sunday's game against the Wizards. That is uncertain when it comes down to the play-in tournament. So Gordon Hayward is a huge piece for the Charlotte Hornets. We understand that, not only on an offensive side, but a true veteran and locker room presence out there for those young guys. So not having Gordon Hayward could have a misdirection within the team. But then again, the Hornets are an up-and-coming team. They are young, they are going and flowing, but this can provide a good experience for them, whether on a win or loss. For the Indiana Pacers, so Jeremy Lamb, due to his knee, won't be available for the play-in tournament. So he's going to be out. Caris LeVert is going to be listed day-to-day. I fully expect the Pacers to put him in the lineup to play. And Aaron Holiday and Malcolm Brogdon, they were unavailable for the Sunday's game against the Raptors. So who knows about those two? What I'm going to take by heart is Gordon Hayward's not going to play. Same thing with Jeremy Lamb. Now, if we're looking with the Pacers against the Hornets, we do actually have a backstory. With the Pacers, they suspended their assistant coach and find their head coach after a quote-unquote dust-up between the two. But, if we're looking within the season series, they played 3 times together. The Hornets did win 2 of those occasions against the Indiana Pacers. Overall, when I'm looking within this game, it can go either way, but I want the Hornets to win, and I'm actually going to put the nail in the coffin for the Hornets to win this game on the road against the Indiana Pacers. I expect a big game from LaMelo Ball, especially with Terry Rozier, who's up in age, to being a young stud, to pretty much ball out on these occasions. Who else? What we got here? With the Indiana Pacers, I don't expect Sabonis or Miles Turner to get it done with against this young Hornets team. I believe the Hornets are going to be too explosive within this occasion, and I fully expect this to be around a 4 to a 6 point game to end it off. Again, it can go either way, but on my pick, I'm going to have to go with the Charlotte Hornets to win this one on the road.